None of my videos so far have been happy. I'm working on a video where I am lighter and more enthusiastic, but it's not out yet. I've written a script for it. I just need to film it. But I'm not going to be filming it today because today something terrible happened. As I said, none of my videos so far have been happy. A lot of them have been very heavy, and I need to work on how I articulate so that I can better produce the impact I want from these videos. But today's video is going to be not as happy. And that's because today, like I said, something absolutely awful happened. My mom went outside and she heard some yelping and yowling, and she looked down where the trash cans were and saw one of our cats just writhing on the ground. And she immediately just yelled for my dad, and they took her to the vet, and the current diagnosis is that she'll likely be dead today or tomorrow. And I'm sure once the final, perhaps this is a dark time for metaphors, but nail in the coffin is put in, I will feel just overwhelmed. But right now I feel nothing. I don't want to be that guy. I haven't had a hard life. It's not like I've faced so much death that it doesn't bother me anymore. That's not true at all. My dad's dad passed away when I was younger. I think I mentioned this in one of the earlier videos. When I was about 10. And then about 5 or 6 years ago, the first cat that we got died from UTI. And one of the tricky things about cats is that they're so independent that if they have an infection or a sickness, they hide it extremely well. But even when we took our cat to the vet the first time, our vet said, "Oh, there's nothing wrong. He's completely fine. Don't worry about him." And then a couple days later, he was just lying on the floor in our kitchen. So finally my dad was like, "You know what, I'm taking him to another vet." And so he went, and the vet almost immediately realized that something was wrong. It wasn't just he had new food or something. And Charlie, that was the name of the cat, died on the operating table when they were working on getting the infection out. So that one was entirely preventable, and I am still furious about that. But with Gracie, she's been an outside cat for a while. We tried, when she was little, she always wanted to get outside, but we managed to keep her back. But especially in these past few months, she's just been spending a lot of time outside. She usually comes back on Sundays. And she's so sweet. And she's arguably the most cat-like out of any of our cats. She's super independent. She has kind of a nasty attitude sometimes, but she knows exactly what you need and how you need it. When you're stressed out, she'll just come over and sit on your lap. She won't try to play with you. She won't try and, one of our cats tries to bathe us, she'll just sit with you. And it's terrifying to think I'm sorry, I'm getting lost in thought here. Yeah, she's been outside for a while and never had any troubles. She's up to date in all of her rabies shots and everything like that, so the vet suspects that it was just a toxin that she ate, and they're gonna try flushing the poison out and draining it. But it's likely, with the severity of the seizures, that it won't work. And at first I felt just angry, not at anybody, not even at myself, just angry. And then I felt nothing. And then I tried to force myself to feel something, and that didn't work either. But after it happened, I went upstairs to my room and I just kind of paced for a bit, and then I just decided I'm gonna go out on a drive, and I don't know where I'm gonna go, but I'm gonna go out on a drive. So I did, and I sat in this parking lot for a little bit, and then I went and got something to eat, and now I'm back. But when I was driving, a song came on, and as many of you know, songs are extremely important. I think in the last video that I recorded, but I haven't posted it, I talk about songs and music, and I don't think I'm going to post it at this point because I recorded it like 2 or 3 weeks ago. But a song came on, and it was by Shane and Shane, and it was the song Psalm 34, Taste and See. And it's a song of rejoicing, of, taste, come to God, see how gracious He is, see how much He's given us. He's given us everything. But the song has this solemn, sweeping sound to it. And I don't know if I've mentioned this in a posted video or not, but I have a very deep singing voice, and the background music is so easy to sing along to for me, which is not something I find a lot of. And I was listening to the song, and I realized what a beautiful song it was. So that even in this moment, when my cat is dying and I feel nothing, that doesn't mean God's goodness has gone away. And the reason why I feel nothing, and you know what, I was going to structure this a little bit better, but screw it, I don't see any need to, is because right before they called the news out, I was on my phone looking at corn, and I was in the throes of lust. And I went upstairs, and the first thing I did was I just shut everything down, deleted everything, and was like, what am I doing? What am I doing? And that was genuine anger. And it's numbed me to the point where losing Gracie, who's been sitting on my lap for like 5 years, who I used to be able to, when we first got her, I could hold her in my hand. And now every time I come home from work, or, most times when I come home from work, or when I come back on Sundays from church, You know, I hear her meow before I see her, and she comes up and she's rubbing up against me, and there's a chance I'm never gonna get that again. There's a very decent chance. The vet said that her chances of survival are very low. And it hurts. So I just wanted to talk about this for a little bit. I don't really have too much more to say. Other than I've been reading through the Bible on a plan, and I've been reading through the Psalms, and I remember one night I was just being petty and ungrateful, and I opened up the Psalms. I think it was Psalm 70, and I don't remember the exact context, but it was the exact situation I was facing, and the psalmist was reacting to it the exact opposite, and I was like, oh, I need to change. I need to do better. The Psalms are such a blessing from God. It's such a wonderful way to deal with sorrow. So thank you all for watching. Definitely go read the Psalms, go check out Shane and Shane, and pray for me, please.